My cousin took the money I had saved for my son's surgery. But he'll be okay, kids heal quickly. She smiled as she booked her trip to Lyon. But just a week later, regret set in. When my cousin Madison posted that Instagram story of her sipping champagne on a flight to Lyon, something didn't sit right. At first, I couldn't figure out why. Then I saw her designer carry-on in the next picture, and my stomach dropped. It was the exact same day I noticed the money was missing from my account. I'm still processing everything that's happened in the last 48 hours. Maybe writing this down will help me sort through what to do next. My son, Levi, is 8 and he needs surgery on his leg. He was born with a condition that affects the way he walks. It's not life-threatening, but it impacts everything he does. The doctors say that with surgery he'll be able to walk normally, run, and play like other kids. I've been saving for 2 years. Every extra shift, every weekend, every holiday, it all went into that surgery fund. $18,000. It's not exactly a fortune, but when you're a single parent working at a factory, it feels like $1 million. I kept it in a separate savings account, watching it grow slowly. Levi and I would check the balance together sometimes, dreaming about all the things he'd be able to do once he had the surgery. Madison moved in with my sister Isabella about 3 months ago after she lost her job. She was always around, playing with Levi and bringing him little treats. Looking back, I should have seen the signs. She kept asking about the surgery date, the payment plan, and which account the money was in. I thought she was just being supportive. Last Thursday, during my lunch break, I logged into my account to move some money around. And that's when I saw it. The surgery fund was empty. Gone. I called the bank immediately. They confirmed several transfers had been made to another account over the past week. Small amounts, likely hoping I wouldn't notice right away. I felt sick. I tried calling Madison. No answer. Texted her. Nothing. Then the Instagram stories started showing up. First the airport, then the champagne, and finally Lyon and the Coliseum. Each post felt like a slap in the face. She wasn't even trying to hide it. I called Isabella and she was just as shocked. She mentioned Madison's trip to Lyon but said Madison had been saving for it, according to Isabella. I had no idea. Madison used my Wi-Fi, sometimes my laptop. I'm so sorry, Isabella said. Levi asked me yesterday why I looked so upset. How do I explain to a 9-year-old that someone he trusted took away his chance to walk normally? He showed me the keychain of the Coliseum Madison had given him last week. Look, Dad, just like where cousin Madison is now. The same damn keychain, probably bought with the money meant for his surgery. I finally got through to Madison this morning on WhatsApp. Her profile picture showed her holding a croissant at a cafe. When I confronted her about the missing money, her response made my blood boil. Oh, come on, Nathan, you're being dramatic. It's not like it's emergency surgery. He'll be fine, kids heal fast. Besides, I really needed this trip. Do you have any idea how soul-crushing it is to be unemployed? She said she'd pay me back, eventually. As if my son's childhood is supposed to wait for her to get around to it. I've documented everything, the transfers, the timestamps, the messages. I'm not letting this slide. Madison seems to think that because we're family, she can take whatever she wants with no consequences. She's about to learn that's not how it works. Isabella is helping me figure out what to do next. The bank is investigating the transfers, but they said it might be complicated since Madison had access to my Wi-Fi and devices while she was at my house. She knew exactly what she was doing, making it look like the transfers came from my IP address. The surgery was scheduled for next month. Now, I have to call tomorrow and cancel it. Just the thought of telling Levi makes me sick. He's been counting down the days on his calendar, talking about playing soccer with his friends once he recovers. I'm not asking for advice about pressing charges or involving the police, that decision's already made. I'm going tomorrow morning. What I can't figure out is how to tell my son that the surgery won't happen. At least not anytime soon. How do you explain that someone he loves chose a vacation over his ability to walk properly? Madison keeps posting stories from Lyon as if nothing is wrong. Designer shops, fancy restaurants, tourist spots, all tagged with her location, each one funded by the money that was supposed to help my son walk. She even had the audacity to post a photo of a charity donation box at the Vatican, captioned, "Feeling blessed, giving back." I muted her on everything, but Isabella keeps sending me screenshots. You need to document everything, she says. She's right. Each post is basically a confession, showing exactly where my son's surgery money went. The worst part is that some of our family members are already trying to smooth things over. She's going through a hard time, they say. She'll pay it back. As if that somehow makes it okay. As if my son's childhood is just collateral damage in Madison's difficult time. I'm not backing down. Not this time. Levi deserves better than, eventually. A lot has happened in the past week and none of it turned out how I expected. I thought filing a police report would be the hardest part, but as it turns out, that was just the beginning. The police were direct with me. Since Madison had access to my Wi-Fi and devices while staying at my place, they're treating this as a civil matter. They took my statement and all my documentation, but they told me I'd likely have to pursue this through small claims court. It wasn't the response I was hoping for, but at least everything is officially on record now. Meanwhile, Madison's Lyon trip keeps unfolding on social media like it's some twisted reality show. Just yesterday, she posted a haul video showing off 3 luxury handbags, new shoes, and what she called her Lyon wardrobe upgrade. The total she mentioned casually spending would cover Levi's surgery and his recovery therapy. She even tagged the stores and added the caption, "Living my dreams, just wow." But here's where it gets interesting. Remember my sister Isabella? She did some digging and found out Madison has been telling different stories to different family members. To our aunts, she claimed I offered to help fund her fresh start. To our cousins, she said the money was a loan we both agreed on. And to her parents, she insisted I was being generous because we're family. The stories keep shifting, but they all have one thing in common. Somehow, I'm the bad guy for wanting it back. Madison's parents called me last night. They offered to help with part of the money, hoping to keep the peace in the family. Their idea of help? $2,000 paid in installments over 6 months. Apparently, that's a fair solution when their daughter stole $16,000 from her cousin's disabled child. I told them I'd rather see them in court. The silence on their end spoke volumes. Levi's been asking questions. He's a smart kid. He noticed I took down the calendar we'd been using to count down the days until his surgery. I tried explaining that we just need to wait a little longer, but he looked at me with those big eyes and asked, "Is it because cousin Madison needed the money more than me?" 7 years old and already learning some tough lessons about family. I got a text from Madison this morning. "Look, I get you're mad, but you're making this bigger than it needs to be. I'm not stealing, I'm borrowing. Besides, what's the rush? It's not like Levi's dying or anything. Kids are resilient. Resilient. As if that somehow makes it okay." Isabella's been amazing throughout all of this. She's helped me document everything and even set up a spreadsheet tracking every purchase Madison's been broadcasting on social media. She calls it evidence. She's right, Madison's practically building our case for us with every post and story. The family's divided now. Half of them think I should be understanding because Madison's going through a phase. The other half is horrified but doesn't want to get involved. Only Isabella's openly supporting me. She told our aunt a phase is getting a bad haircut or dating a drummer, not stealing a child's surgery money. Today, I had to make some tough decisions. First, I canceled Levi's surgery reservation. The hospital put us back on the waiting list, but we lost our original spot. Then I called the bank again. They're still investigating, but at least they've flagged the unauthorized transfers. Small victories, I guess. Madison finally picked up one of my calls today. Want to hear her brilliant solution? She suggested I start a GoFundMe or something since she's not in a position to pay right now. When I reminded her about the designer shopping spree she'd just posted, she actually said, "That's different. I needed those things for my image. How else am I supposed to network for a new job?" The real kicker came this evening. Madison posted a long Instagram story about toxic family members and learning to put yourself first. She threw in some quotes about negative energy and letting go of people who don't support your growth. The irony would be funny if it wasn't so infuriating. I'm meeting with a lawyer next week. Isabella found someone who offers free initial consultations. The family's already calling me dramatic for bringing lawyers into family business. But you know what? I watched Levi try to keep up with his friends at the park today, limping but determined. That's all the motivation I need. Here's the latest update. Madison's back from Lyon. Instead of laying low, she's hosting a Roman-themed dinner party to share her travel experiences. She actually had the nerve to invite me and Levi. The invitation text said, "Let's put all this drama behind us." Levi would love to see the presents I got him. Presents? As if some tourist trinkets could make up for stealing his surgery money. I've got the lawyer meeting on Tuesday. Madison doesn't know yet, but she's about to learn that actions have consequences. Family or not, she thinks I'm overreacting? Fine. Let's see how she reacts when she gets served with court papers at her little Roman-themed party. The whole situation devolved into chaos, with Madison's parents trying to calm everyone down while Madison kept yelling about family betrayal. But here's where it gets interesting. Remember how Madison's been job hunting? Turns out she actually landed a position at a local company starting next week. Well, not anymore. Isabella found the job posting online. It was for a financial coordinator position. You know, handling company money. The job description specifically mentioned high ethical standards and the handling of confidential financial information. I sent the hiring manager a simple email with links to Madison's public social media posts about her Lyon trip. Just the facts. Here's your future financial coordinator bragging about stealing $16,000 from a child's surgery fund. No emotional appeal, no drama. Just her own words and actions. Madison lost the job offer within hours. She showed up at my house that night, pounding on the door. "How dare you? You ruined my career. I was going to pay you back with that job," she screamed. Levi was terrified by the shouting. I had to call the police to get her to leave. The officers recognized her from my previous report about the theft. Her parents finally saw the video from the party. Their tone shifted completely. Instead of defending her, they were now demanding she sell her designer bags and Lyon wardrobe to start paying back the money. Madison's response? She locked herself in her old room at their house and started posting Instagram stories about being attacked by toxic family members and how no one understands mental health struggles. The real breakthrough came during a family dinner at our grandparents' house. Madison tried playing the victim again, but this time it was different. Our grandfather, who never takes sides in family drama, spoke up. He'd been watching her social media posts, seeing her spend money meant for his great-grandson's surgery. "You bought 3 designer bags while Levi can barely walk properly," he said. The whole room went silent. "Shame on you." Madison started crying, but not her usual dramatic tears. For the first time, she looked genuinely shocked. Nobody was buying her excuses anymore. Her own parents backed me up when I mentioned the civil court case. Then Madison tried one last manipulation, "But I'm family. How could you do this to family?" My response was simple: Levi is family too. You chose bags over his ability to walk. The fallout was immediate. Madison's mom went through her recent purchases and started listing them on resale sites. Her dad called my lawyer to work out a repayment plan. Madison's still resistant, but now she's isolated. No more family enablers, no more excuses. The designer bags are being sold. The Lyon wardrobe is going too. Madison's parents are making her move back home and are taking control of her finances until everything's paid back. They found out she has other debts as well. Apparently, the Lyon trip wasn't the only impulsive spending she'd been hiding. Isabella's been helping list things online. Every time Madison sees another item sold, she starts a new drama. Yesterday, she tried claiming some items were gifts that we had no right to sell. Her mom shut that down fast. Gifts bought with stolen money aren't gifts. The money's starting to come back slowly. Not enough for Levi's surgery yet, but it's progress. Madison's dad set up a direct deposit from their account to mine with monthly payments until it's all repaid. Madison tried to cancel it, but they've cut off her access to all accounts. The family dynamic has shifted completely. Madison's not getting invited to gatherings. Her cousins unfollowed her on social media. Even her closest friends are distancing themselves after seeing how she's handled all this. Last night, Madison posted a news story. Sometimes hitting rock bottom makes you realize who you really are. Attached was a screenshot of her deleted Lyon posts. Maybe reality's finally sinking in. Or maybe not. Just got a text from her. "Hope you're happy. My life is ruined and it's all your fault." No, Madison. You did this to yourself. And now everyone knows it. The court date is still set for next month, but her parents are pushing her to settle before then. Either way, Levi's getting his surgery money back. It's just a matter of time. No more emergency credit card. No more living in their house. Madison's parents told her she needed professional help and they would support that, but nothing else until she took responsibility. Madison's response? She went nuclear on social media. She started posting exposed stories about everyone in the family. Most were obviously fake. She claimed Isabella had stolen from stores, never happened. That I was misusing Levi's surgery money for gambling, completely false. She even claimed her parents had abused her growing up, something no one believed. If anything, they spoiled her. Her followers had watched her Lyon shopping spree, seen her brag.